We were up here at the Galena at the last stop. We drove along pretty flat surface. You could see in all directions, right? That's the top of that big flat surface held up by the Galena Formation. And then after Mount Horeb, we started coming downhill, and so we've dropped stratigraphically down to this great big sandstone that we call the St. Peter. This is the St. Peter sandstone. It's one of the most famous sandstones in the world. It's exceedingly widespread. It extends from Minnesota to the Appalachians, from Minnesota to Oklahoma, if you know where that is. It occurred to me that maybe you didn't know where Nebraska was if you were from a different country. Oklahoma is a long way off.
Is all St. Peter and all that extent?
It's all St. Peter sand and on that extent. It's a big sheet of sandstone. This is what it looks like here in Madison. It's typical with the St. Peter throughout much of its extent. We'll look at it with a hand lens in just a minute, but let me say to you, it is a very pure quartz sandstone. It's almost all quartz sand. There's almost no feldspar in it. There is almost no clay in it. There are no lithic grains in it. Quartz, quartz, quartz. They use it to make glass. Here, you can look at it, and what did you just ask me as we came up? What's the brown stuff? The brown stuff is iron. That's iron staining on the quartz grains, and you'll be able to see that with your hand lens. That the quartz grains are translucent gray, but they've got a brown coating on them. And again, these rocks were invaded by the mineralizing solutions that laid down the lead zinc. And so a porous sandstone like this was going to be a major pipe or a throughway, a major avenue for those fluids to move. This is a very porous rock. There's not much cement in this rock. Now I don't want to hammer everything in the whole rock because you'll see in a minute it tends to break very, very easily. And if everybody hammers, then I can't use it for my field trip in the future. So pick up little pieces of the stuff, but don't hammer the beautiful surfaces if you can help it. The grain size in this rock is mostly fine sand to maybe medium sand, a fraction of a millimeter. Remember I said that these rocks are all flat-lying. There's no tectonic development in these rocks. But are these bedding planes completely flat? Are they actually horizontal? Or do they have some dip on them? Can you see some dips?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. 10 degrees, 15 degrees, something like that, dipping toward the road. That package right up there is definitely dipping toward us. This one, I think, is dipping away from us in that direction a little bit. The St. Peter sandstone around Madison looks almost always like this. Large scale cross bedding. That's what you're looking at here. These are cross beds, these dipping rocks. And the thicknesses of the cross sets are measured in meters. So great big cross sets deposited, we think, as sand dunes in a desert. Aeolian deposition, sand dunes. If you look carefully at the bedding, and you have to get up kind of close to be able to see this, the bed